Since I come on home, where my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Oh, Valerie, Valerie. So when I was growing up in elementary school, probably around the second grade, I loved being in the teacher's chair. I even have a song about that. I even have a song called Give Me a Chance, because I wanted to write a song and kind of sing to a principal what I would want them to hear. But it started out in the second grade or so. A teacher would ask, does anybody want to read something in front of the class? Does anybody want to share something in front of the class? Come up and sit in my chair. You get to be the teacher today. And I loved it because I thought the teacher had the best chair. And I just loved being in front of the class. I just loved sharing my favorite thing. And in fact, in the song, it says, give me a chance to sit in your chair because it's my favorite thing. And that's when I realized that I wanted to become a teacher of secondary education. I student taught, before I graduated, I student taught a semester, the last semester of my schooling at Highlands Intermediate. It was a unique experience for everybody. For me, it was unique because I had to build my own classroom. So I can look at any teacher's classroom management and it would still not work for me exactly because I'm so unique. There's never been a totally blind teacher to teach in Hawaii. So I have to basically break ground and start from scratch. They might have been surprised as they walked in because they didn't know that I was blind. Of course, they're kind of shy, right? They don't want to offend anybody. But as soon as the days go on, they start to ask questions. How do you perceive color? How do you tell time? How do you, use your cane, whatever. And eventually you build that relationship with them. It's actually the students that struggle that make my job worth going for. It's actually the students that a lot of people have maybe given up on, people that have said, oh, this person fails across the board. There was a student just like that, failed across the board. My class, he was getting an F. Everybody else's classes, he was getting an F. But I wanted to see if there was something more than just him getting Fs. So what I would do is I would kind of give him a scheduled one-on-one time with me, maybe after class, maybe for a minute, just to see how he's doing. What I noticed too was that he was always throwing away his work. And that's actually something that reminds me of myself. Because when I was a student around his age, I would throw away work too, because I wasn't proud of it. So one day I gave him a writing assignment and I said, you know what? You are going to share in front of the class what you just wrote. Don't worry about what they think. I want to know if you can write. And he shared and he kept his work. And something as simple as that, just changing perspectives here, that's what makes my job worth going for. I had a really bad view of college because I was told, professors, they don't really care if you show up to class on time or if you come to class. They don't care that you fail or you're not doing good. They're not going to check on you like high school. You're on your own. So I thought, wow, professors are mean. So I went to Leeward Community College, started to build my networks, realized that professors did care, and I got to put them in my networks. And now that I think about it, I'm really glad that I chose Leeward because the population, the staff, the students, they're very, very family-like. And it taught me to have a social life and be okay with it. College was not just doing work and not just studying for exams, but it was also to get to know friends. It was also to participate in events and have some fun, just balance your time. I didn't really take my singing super seriously until I went to college, until I went to Leeward and I started taking voice classes and chorus. And in fact, this past year is probably the first time that I really started to perform a lot. I never really performed unless people asked. But now, because I'm looking for a job as a teacher, I'm learning how to ask for opportunities. That's actually, at one time, it was a very uncomfortable place for me, but I realized that in order to grow in your music, you have to be uncomfortable. So I think if I could give advice to my past self, I would say to be more outgoing, more assertive, meet people, anybody out there that you want to share a story with, share what you're doing. Just make networks with anybody, because you never know who is going to help you with the next steps. If I had to give advice to other blind students, I would say to persevere. You know, it's going to be challenging. Just know that it's not a playing field that's level right now. Unfortunately, it's not. But have big dreams, because you never know if they can ever come to be. But have a positive outlook on life and just allow people to talk to you and ask questions. It's okay, they have questions. And yeah, they might be ignorant, but answer them. It's okay, it's a time to educate, you know, and just be open to whatever possibilities are out there.